Unpopular Opinions.
That's right, yeah.
Bill, you can, as usual, go first.
I'll go first on this. I'm surrounded by 3 guitarists right here.
There we go.
But acoustic guitarists here, so maybe you won't be as angry as them when I say this out loud. But my unpopular opinion today is turn your amp down. Nobody cares about the tone of your guitar. Like, nobody cares. Just turn it down, man.
Such an ignorant thing to say.
No one cares.
That's just not true.
It is true.
It's not.
It is.
I mean, I don't have to turn up to get good tones.
That's what I mean. Yeah. So acoustic, it's out.
I want to be on your team just to create controversy.
Okay, here we go, boys.
It's supposed to be an unpopular opinion.
Yeah,
He's about to give us a very technical explanation
Can't
of
wait to
why
hear
he
it.
has to turn up very loud.
No,
Can't wait to hear it.
because I'm like typically engineers have to tell me to turn up because I'm very self-conscious about the volume on
Good for
stage.
you.
Fucking
But
wrong.
yeah, that's
That's just not true.
so what the issue is that okay, I have a 22 watt amplifier that I typically play out of. This is the Fender Deluxe Reverb. Shout out! I'll expect an endorsement after this, and I will turn the volume up to between 4 and 5 in most settings that are not most settings. Even at a bar, I will, because once a band kicks in, it sounds a pretty even keel. But the reason why I do that is because if I turn it below 4, it sucks all of the body out of the tone. So you're getting a very thin, papery kind of sound that doesn't cut through at all, especially when you have, drums and bass behind you, and then keys as well in the same kind of frequency range. So it gets buried. There's nothing there. You need the full spectrum of frequencies in order to have the beef that it has that people love about guitar solos and stuff. It's like they do care. They might not know that they care or why they care, but
nobody
do
cares.
care.
First off, except for like other guitarists that are like just like going to town on your tone. Oh,
No,
fuck
not
that
at all.
tone, dude. But
Incorrect.
All right, then two caveats to that. Guitar amps are garbage. Then they're stupid.
Eddie Van Halen,
like they're so dumb. Like
Eddie Van Halen probably kept his volume at 0.
Oh, and
or
then
like
also,
1 also
yeah,
for
and
that
then
reason,
like
right?
just semicolons and addendums to this unpopular opinion. You're not Eddie Van Halen. Turn down.
Zing.
Okay, but here's the last part of it.
Grossly
If
overrated,
you really
but-
need to hear your tone that well, then every guitarist should have their amp pointed right at them on stage, because that's just bullshit.
Just, again, like-
it's bullshit.
like
it's like a guitar dildo on stage.
No, it's
how loud can you make it so everybody's looking at you?
See, the thing is that what you're
It's true.
What you're saying right now is different than what you were saying as your unpopular opinion.
What?
Because what you're saying as your unpopular opinion is that nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
What you're saying right now is that it actually makes no difference. And there's a big difference in how the tone actually comes through the speaker at that point. And also how sound travels. Somebody who should know this is
stupid.
that if I put my amplifier directly behind me.
No. I'm saying in front of you.
Oh, I hate hearing my tone.
No.
I hate hearing my guitar from
Everybody
that angle.
else does too.
No, they don't.
That's what I'm trying to say. You don't need to turn it up.
Doesn't mean
I
anything.
feel like I'm in the middle of a band dispute.
Yeah, this is what happens all the time.
Because
This is
that's
just our
what he does. Because
relationship.
he'll be front and center stage, and then he's like, "I need to have the guitar amp behind me where you are," and I'm like, "Why?" And it's like, "Because I need it there." And then he cranks up to 11 because you're so far in
Misrepresentation.
front of it. Your ears go this way. You get not from behind you. So just put your guitar amp in front of you. Everybody wins. Or turn down.
I don't need to say like everything that you're saying is you're digging your own hole here.
No,
That's
I'm
all
not.
It is. But what do you think,
It's
Brett?
an unpopular opinion, but whatever.
I mean,
You played through amplifiers back in the day.
yeah, I have. I feel like when a guitar solo sounds good, I never like, ooh, that tone.
That
But
fucking
when the tone sucks, I do say your guitar tone sounds like shit. So
Yeah.
there is a difference between just being well pleased with the sound of a guitar because you don't have to think about it because it sounds good, versus like it kind of irking you the whole set because the guitar tone is just shitty. So I will always side with guitar players that just want to sound their best, but it can get somewhat obnoxious when you just have to keep inching that volume knob up, especially as someone who might be playing an acoustic instrument on stage with a loud band. It's like eventually this thing shouldn't even be up here with you guys because you're too loud.
Totally. And guitar players will know this. A 22 watt amplifier that's kind of set between 4 and 5 on the amp is not super loud.
Yeah, it's not a Marshall half stack.
That which would be like 100 watts right there.
Right.
If we're turning that at half volume, then I get your point. Or even like a twin reverb, which is 75 watts.
Yeah.
Like if you have that
It's
at
a
half
loud-ass
volume,
amp.
that's insanity. And like
Yeah.
because in order to get the tone, you need it to be that loud, but that's too loud. A 22 watt amp between 4 and 5 volume is not really that loud at all. It's just, it's whatever. But
What would you call that tone? Loud.
maybe keyboard players are just mad because they're not in control of their tone at all.
That's true.
That's totally untrue.
No, that's
I
true.
can control my tone with so many knobs, and it doesn't have to
I've
be
got
loud.
8
It'll be the
million
same
knobs.
tone no matter what. Yeah, I got all the knobs in the world. What's up?
My unpopular opinion this week, is that country rap is a terrible fad that has to go away.
Preach.
Didn't it already go away?
yeah.
Like, what else? Is it still going on?
Oh yeah, I
Was
can't
that-
even name you any
that-
artists because I just purposefully like avoid it like the plague. But holy shit, it has got to be the most pandering
Dude.
bullshit.
I feel like some of the most angry I've been recently listening to music that was unfamiliar to me. I was at a gig and they put on house music at the gig, and then I just hear this asshole start rapping about how country he is. He is rapping about how country he is. And I'm like, dude, I don't think you fucking heard country music before.
Yeah,
This
or rap for that
ain't
matter.
it. You know what I mean? Like, I wish the ghost of Hank Williams would come and beat your head in with a bat. Because this shit is that horrible. And like, you know, there's just some things that do not need to be. And country rap is one of them as far as I'm concerned. Country music used to have this beautiful, long tradition of like great singers and songwriters and pickers and musicians. And now when you say country music, that's the shit people think you mean. And that sucks to me because, you know, when I think of country music, I think of Merle Haggard and Hank Williams and Johnny Cash and Marty Robbins and these artists that could sing and write and play and just touch your heart, you know. And now it's like, you know, these dudes rapping, and it's just like it's a huge tarnish on the tradition of country music to me, you know.
Yeah, and I also feel like because I'm also a big fan of hip hop, and to me it does
Hick hop. That's so great.
hip hop.
Please call it by its real name
That's our word, all right?
That's our
for the rest of the interview.
hip hop.
I thought everybody called it crap, country rap.
Oh, I like that too.
Tractor rap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But like, I'm waiting for this new Hank Williams remix. It's gonna fucking slap.
I can't because the thing is like, look at as social media has helped artists of various genres breach different cultures and you know the intermingling of different cultural things is great, and I'm sure that there's a way where hip hop and country can find a nice middle ground to create something nice. This isn't it. This sounds like the most pandering bullshit I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
It's like there was rappers back like a long time, like Lil White who rapped with 3 6 Mafia and all that stuff. Like he did some like very like he would rap about like very like redneck kind of scenarios and do it with like a twang that was almost like very like backwoods Southern, but also a little bit like urban too, because he was from Memphis and like they kind of have the best of both worlds. So it's kind of like he did it in a way that was like, okay, and also wasn't like a pop star, so it didn't come off as pandering. It was like, this is what you've experienced, and this is kind of cool, right? But then there's a way of like talking about like the culture of being a Southerner, and then like the music, but then also like rapping in a way that like where it just comes off as so inauthentic. I hate it.
Well, dude, the thing is like, you know, that none of these guys wrote their own songs. Like
Right.
somebody wrote your rap part for you, and then you know you basically tried your hand at rap in the studio for the first time, and someone was like, "Sounds good," you know, like it's musically void of any real feeling or anything that I value in music. You know,
That's what
like
I'm saying,
it's just manufactured bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's what they push on us on the radio as if it's what we want. Record sales say different. You know, you look at the record sales of someone like Sturgill Simpson or Tyler Childers, people that they're not actively playing on the radio most places. It's like, this is the country music people want to consume, and you guys will not give it to them because you keep shoving this tractor rap horse shit down our throats. There's two types of music, good and bad, you know, and that's definitely bad music.
There's two types of music, good and bad. Yeah, 100%.
I love it. Yeah. So, Brett, you got any unpopular opinions for us?
Oh, man. You know, I've got a lot, but...
You got, bro. We're in a safe space right now.
No, we're not. We never are.
The internet is forever.
Yeah.
Yep. Here's an unpopular opinion. Girls on Tinder who have in their bio about how much they value honesty and authenticity and things of that nature, and then every picture is a filter. That to me is the ultimate sign of someone who is not self-aware and
100%.
buying their own bullshit.
I can imagine that. Yeah, I haven't had. I've been in a relationship for the last 8 years, so I've never done the dating apps.
Good
but,
for you.
But I will say that I can only imagine that must be quite a struggle. Or
it's
just,
not a struggle anymore. It's just like you just learn. It's like if all their pictures are filtered, no thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
There's some dishonesty happening here, and I'm not going to investigate to find out to what extent it goes.
I met my girlfriend online actually through a dating app. I can't remember which one it was because I signed up for all of them, and that was like 2 years ago. And whew, man, that was a rough time.
I've sworn them off at this point. Actually, I know.
Yeah, sometimes
That's not the arena a dude like me wins in. You know, like I'm not going to win the handsome picture contest, but like you know.
Have you tried holding a fish in a picture, or maybe hanging outside of the window of a pickup truck in a picture?
No.
That seems to work real well for most guys.
My girlfriend.
Seems like pandering to me.
But she said the only reason that she picked me is because I was the only guy not holding a fish.
Yeah,
There
I've
you
seen
go.
a lot of girls complaining about the fish pictures.
Have
They're
you tried
What's
quoting-
up with all these dead fish?
Yeah.
Have you tried quoting your favorite Hick Hop song?
Hick hop.
No.
No. Well, maybe we need to start stepping the game up a little bit, boys. Is it weird, like when you meet a woman on a dating app? Is it weird, like meeting up with them in that kind for the first time under that kind of pretense?
Oh,
Like
it sucks.
like
It's
a
like
blind
it's
date,
like an
yeah.
interview. You know what I mean? It's not even like let's get to know each other. It's like straight up like an interview. Sometimes is what it feels like. And
Yeah.
It's just like you're looking for this very specific set of criteria and finding out if I fit in your box or not. And frankly, I'm not the kind of guy who's like that doesn't interest me, like that process. It's just like, all right, like I said, that's not where a dude like me wins, on a dating app of handsome picture contest,
Put over 6 feet, you win. Like, what are you
No,
talking-
see,
what are
that's
you
what I
talking
had
about?
another friend just recently say that. He's like, no, bro, you're tall. You just have to put your tall. And I'm like, dude, that's not how it works. And I was like, straight up, show me your list of matches as a shorter fella that's quite handsome. Shout out to my buddy Joey. He's a handsome bastard.
Shout out to Joey.
But anyway, he shows me and he's just got like this, mile long list. I'm like, dude, if I showed you mine when I had like 3 matches in there, that was like over the course of a month. Being tall doesn't mean shit,
Short
I
kings
play in
are
a
on
band.
top
I
right
play
now.
music. Like that's where a guy like me wins, is just talking to women in public, after getting off stage. That's the natural place for me to meet a gal. It's like I just got to show off what I can do, and now I'm semi-interesting to you, so let's have a real conversation that's not an interview,
I suckered my girlfriend into being with me after meeting her at a jam session down south.
See? That's where you win, right?
Well, she thought so anyways, and then she got to know me. It was too late by that point. I already had her all wrapped up. But she knew, but
Classic catfish. maneuver.
Yeah.
exactly. It's like
The
you
guitar catfish.
because you think that I'm talented, you also think I'm like a great person. And boy, were you wrong. 8 years later, here we are, guys.
Hey, man, you must be doing something.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of work on myself. I'll say that much.